Chizzy edging it in the end.
Yes, he did. I mean, they're both high scorers. I mean, we haven't seen it from Kim at the moment, and he played brilliant against Michael in the Grand Slam last year. He needs to find that form. He's got to get out the gate quick. This is a short format in front of a massive crowd, and he's got to do it tonight.
This Odyssey Arena is rocking, just gone 7 o'clock. It's like Saturday night.
It's frightening, Dave. You know, when you're a newcomer to the Premier League, that's what you have to get over. These big, noisy crowds, over 7,000 in here, when Kim is used to like 3 and 4 maximum. Well, that's not a bad start.
Kim Huybrechts against Dave Chisnall, Wayne Mardle and Nigel Pearson, your commentators.
Thank you, Dave. Yes, always tough in your debut Premier League campaign, which is exactly how it is with Kim Huybrechts. But Dave Chisnall, who has done well in the 3 weeks so far, yet to taste defeat. But, of course, down at the bottom of the table, 4 players and just 1 Premier League point. And we are a third of the way through the phase of the competition, which decides which 2 go out after week 9. Matches do run away from you and can run out of time, of course. So vital for Huybrechts to start getting some points on the board. He did it last week, Wayne. That was massive for him to just get off the mark with that draw against Lewis.
Yep, I agree. But this week, he's playing Chizzy, and these 2, between them, were the first and second favourites to be relegated. So this is a big match, and even though Chizzy is unbeaten, he'll want to keep it that way. But you just feel with Kim that he always looks ready to put in a good performance. Last week, hopefully that was a catalyst. Winning a point has given him all the confidence.
Crowd already giving the first rendition of Stand Up If You Love the Darts. Wayne and I standing up in the commentary box, that's for sure. Huybrechts now looking to take the first leg. Double 16 for Kim Huybrechts, no problem. That'll calm his nerves all right. Good start for the Belgian. Kim Huybrechts is off and running.
Yeah, that will settle him down. And this will settle Chizzy down as well. Rod Harrington at the start said that both these score well and there could be 180s. I think he might be right. Leg and a bit played, 2 already.
Chizzy has hit 8 in the Premier League so far, up to week 4. Plenty of room for another. Oh, yes. He can he?
Well, he can. But will he? We haven't seen a 9-darter in the Premier League since 2012. That is the treble 20. Treble 19. That is not a treble 19. Oh, Dave, what are you doing, man? What an effort. Great effort, Dave.
Very much so. 7 perfect darts for Chisnall. What a way to get us underway. Well, Huybrechts, no doubt, is a powerful scorer. Many times has got himself into fantastic positions in matches and hasn't seen it through. Chizzy for tops to level. This time, dip below. Huybrechts not on a finish, but might just give him something to think about. The big score here.
100. Well, it's been a good start. 20. Kim held throw, which he wanted to do first leg. Dave playing superbly well in that leg. Equates to 1 apiece. Well, these 2, like Dave Clark alluded to, have had their run-ins on the board, and that match in the Grand Slam, that was just special. Dave nicking it, and he's actually won the 2 fixtures that these 2 have played since. So he is the one that Kim is having trouble beating. With darts like this, it's not surprising. Go on, Dave, this time.
Such a high-quality game, and it's only the first one of the night. Chisnall, of course, who opened up the Premier League campaign in style at the first direct arena in Leeds with a 7-1 thumping of Peter Wright. Oh, just swaying to the left. He's threatening one, isn't he? Good pace to the game as well.
Yeah, there was a few of the players that didn't play particularly well last week, but if this is anything to go by, it's going to be a rip-roar of a night.
Well, this would raise the roof. Treble 18 would leave the ball. Ball for a 1-6-4. Kim Huybrechts. Oh, the width of the wire. What an effort. And a chance for Chisnall now. This is good stuff, Wayne.
Brilliant. 60. Well, you've got to go 25 for the bullseye. Bullseye! Well, let me tell you something. That dart at the 25 was absolutely perfect. If you'd have said to Chizzy, Dave, go and give yourself a marker for the bullseye, son, he'd have put it right there.
And it's the first break of throw, and that will hurt Huybrechts. Here he goes again. Fill it up, Dave.
135.
You just can't stop hitting treble 20s. What a lovely situation to be in.
Not a bad habit.
140.
Yeah, good this. Carry on.
Yeah, brilliant averages. Fourth leg of the game. Chizzy can hold his throw here. He'll fancy himself with his scoring prowess to kick on and get another win on the board. And for Kim, defeat here tonight. 1 point from 4 matches leaves him 5 weeks to save his Premier League campaign. Every game gets more and more important as the weeks go on.
140.
Relentless. Absolutely relentless. It's such an hard game to play. How do they do that? I know it's hard. I've made it look hard as well.
26.
These are making it look easy. Treble 10 would leave double 18. Chizzy clear favourite for 3-1 now.
Well, Chizzy, even though he's unbeaten in the Premier League, his averages have not been that good. Been loitering around the 94, 95 average, but this, 114.43 currently. Tops for 3-1.
Daylight for Chisnall. And now this is a huge leg for Huybrechts. Has to hold his throw. It is as simple as that. It's a nice start. Lovely start. Wow.
This is the 5th leg. There's been 5 180s. Kim Huybrechts, a 9-darter in the Grand Slam against Michael van Gerwen. Oh, it will happen.
Just wonder if that was the moment, Wayne, when he hit that 9-darter in Wolverhampton. Was that the moment where he just emerged as a candidate for the Premier League? Just reminded everybody of his true ability on the board.
Yeah, I think so. It's good to watch. Oh, this is incredible. Stay there, leave double 2, man.
68.
You are being treated to dynamic darts. This is superb. 113 average each.
96.
Oh my.
Jimmy requires 16.
Double 8 Huybrechts gets, and my goodness, we're going to see world champions galore for the rest of the night. But the world champions are going to have to play at their very best to match the standard of this game from 2 players who we consider perhaps lesser candidates for the title.
Like I alluded to, these were the 2 favourites to be eliminated. You got that wrong.
100.
Yeah, that game in Wolverhampton, it was a marathon, and one of those games where you do feel sorry that somebody has to walk away the loser.
95.
But this is what's so good about the Premier League, with it being a relatively short format. The big averages can be hit. You know that they're not going to taper off. They can carry on this for a good hour. Chizzy wants 266. I say, be looking to leave a 3-darter. Can he? Of course he can.
121.
Again, make it look so simple. Dave Chisnall, meanwhile, Huybrechts responds, just looking to put a little bit of pressure on here.
140.
Well, he seemed to throw a bit slower there, did Kim? Don't know if it was meant, or it was just the way he felt at the time. If it's his ploy to slow Chizzy down, we shall see.
81.
Both hitting the treble 20s for fun, unless that happens.
120.
Well, that was unlucky. That was in to go out. Look at that. Yeah, 48 for 16. 16. Well, that leaves tops. I'm sure he went for a 16 with that second dart there, and that slightly put him off.
And those two treble 20s from Huybrechts have left him in contention. Tops for a break of throw. This is a big dart coming in now, and he's blown it. That was a massive moment, Wayne. Real opportunity for the Hurricane.
Yeah, the first dart at tops from Kim was too far away. Wasn't a marker. Tried to readjust, but keep the rhythm, and didn't. Perfect marker. Use it. Bounce off it, Chizzy. Oh my. There you go. That was a good dart because of the pressure. Double 10, double 15, double 6 are quite good for Dave with the way his darts lay in the board. It leaves the bed open. But it was all about the pressure there, and he handled it well.
100.
And once again, pressure on Huybrechts to hold his throw. Averaging 108, Kim Huybrechts. And he's 4-2 down. Chizzy, 105.5. Well, we got 5 180s in 6 legs of darts. What a way to get us underway at the Odyssey Arena tonight.
120.
Well, that's twice that's happened to Kim with a dart falling out. It's just where the dart didn't go past the flight of the previous dart into the board. Shame, but it happens.
81.
Twice he's hit 2 treble 20s and a bounce out.
Maybe he should do it more often. This is a cracker.
100.
This is the first game of the evening. Anderson way to come. MVG, Lewis, Bunting, RVB, and Taylor, the Peter Wright to end. What an evening
60.
of darts.
And what a game in prospect for Chizzy next week in Exeter. Chisnall Anderson, last game of the night. This fella is up first against Barney at the West Point Arena in Exeter next Thursday night. As I say, as the weeks go by, we go down to judgment night where 2 have to leave us. Then it's all about who books their place in the top 4. 9 for double 16 now for Huybrechts for a third leg on the board, holds his throw. Had to do it.
Dave to throw first.
Well, he hit the 32 all right. The only mistake he's really made, Kim, is the 2 darts off for 56.
Plenty of room for a third. 4 180s for Dave Chisnall. He's a scoring machine tonight.
Right, this time, Dave. He's already threatened. And he's he's getting all excited, isn't he? All the adrenaline and...
Not even close with that last dart. Slipping up, Wayne.
Just looks so likely. The pair of them playing beautifully. Double 8 left. Will he leave double 8?
140.
Well, Huybrechts hasn't played badly. That one break of throw is proving costly at this stage.
93.
Got to try and peg Chisnall back somehow.
56.
But if he can hold this now, Chizzy will have 5 legs on the board, one away from at least a point. Gets it, 5-3. Dave Chisnall leads here and is within 1 leg of maintaining his unbeaten record in the Premier League. This is good from Huybrechts in response. This is beautiful from Huybrechts in response.
Kim Huybrechts is 5-3 down and he's averaging 109.56.
It's not right, is it?
What's going on? What, seriously, what is happening? Go on then. That is perfect. That is also perfect. Look at those, and it sets up a 1-4-1 for a 9-dart finish. Go on, Kim.
They've been threatening it throughout this match.
82.
Did it in Wolverhampton at the Grand Slam. Gets the treble 20. Kim Huybrechts of Belgium needs double 12. Oh, what an effort! What an effort that was!
You don't need me to tell you at home. I think Kim got a bit nervous on that double 12. Kim, you live in Belgium and you live nearer than that, man.
140.
Extraordinary scenes.
15.
This is just a start. 4 more matches after this. Double 4. Chizzy not on a finish, so Huybrechts will be back. 3 darts time.
Oh, Chizzy looking for the 57s and 19s. Will it equate to 95 to leave 170? Yes, it will.
95. Give me require 8.
For a hold of throw. Well, he gets it. What could have been a 9-dart leg turned out to be 14. But bottom line, more importantly, he holds his throw. Chizzy now with the darts. He holds here. He's guaranteed a point, at least. But it has been a terrific
57.
opening. A chance for Huybrechts here, though. That's a rare slip from Chizzy.
Just put too much shoulder into that, which is why the dart went low. Got to jump on these poor darts from Chizzy.
58.
Chizzy maybe, just maybe, trying to protect here, and you cannot do that. It's not one of those sports. You've got to go for it.
And all of a sudden, Kim has let him off the hook. He's switched down the board for the first time.
Does it have to go in? I think so, and it does. Of course it does. 5-1, 80s to Kim's 4.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt that Kim Huybrechts will feel that he has let Chisnall off the hook there at a time where he could have taken the darts, built up some momentum towards a 5 apiece, then the throw in the next leg to secure at least a point. Well, it really is topsy-turvy. Fantastic match here. Such great quality, underlining what the Premier League is all about. Chisnall for at least a draw.
180, 174, sets up 32 points. That is how you wrap up a point. But just trying to think about Kim Huybrechts for a minute here. This is the best he's played by an absolute mile so far in this Premier League. 105.61 average, and yet he still cannot threaten a win. He's got to be thinking, right, I'm doing things right, why am I not winning? It's purely about timing. Purely about timing, and this man's timing tonight has been impeccable. Can he win both points instead of just one?
Yeah, it'd be a huge blow for Kim. We now know that he is still in search of his first win in the Premier League. And now he really has to scrap to get a point from this. Could argue the way he's played he deserves one, but this fella has been brilliant. 106 Huybrechts, 105 Chizzy. Just a measure of the standard of Premier League darts these days.
139.
He's doing a good job here. Chizzy will be looking for another 180 to put oodles of pressure on Kim, and that's just what he's done. That's a bit of class right there. That is understanding the situation. Got to go 57 to leave tops, and gets it. This for 2 points and another win for Chizzy.
2 wins and a draw from 3 games in the Premier League so far for Dave Chisnall. Gets the treble, needs tops for the match, and a 7-4 victory here. Gets it, middle of the bed. What a match from both players. Have to say commiserations to Kim Huybrechts. 107 average as it is, and he has lost. But huge credit to Chizzy. 6 180s, 2 more Premier League points on the board. 7 points from 4 matches. Chizzy takes a terrific showdown. 7 legs to 4.
Start tonight here in Belfast, both players averaging 107. Chizzy taking the spoils 7-4. Huybrechts with a near 9 darter. Coming next, battle of the former Premier League champions is Gary Anderson against the machine James Wade. Main event of the evening, mighty Michael Van Gerwen against Adrian Lewis, a battle of the world champions. Another couple of world champions, Stephen Bunting against 5-time world beater Raymond van Barneveld. And rounding off the night, Phil the Power Taylor against Peter Snape-by-Wright. Dave Chisnall still unbeaten in this competition. 3 wins, 1 draw, 7 points. Kim Huybrechts, just 1 point so far from 4 matches. He's rooted to the foot of the table. Wayne Mardle, you have to feel for Kim Huybrechts. Averaging, well, 107, near 9 darter, and he still can't get a win.
He must be thinking, what have I got to do? He's played a lot worse than that and won games on TV and everything else in all the tour events. Up here, he's struggling. Tonight, he didn't struggle. He played superb. He looked good as well. He looked comfortable and confident. Missed the 9 darter, which was a shame, and to be honest, he'd be thinking, how was I so far away? He just panicked a bit. But for him personally, to play to 107.1 average, or 0-1, the same as Dave, identical averages, and lose 7-4, he'll be thinking it's all about timing. This is exactly what it's about. We've said before that the averages are purely a guide. They both average exactly the same, and yet Kim only wins 4 legs. It's the timing of what happens when it happens. And if you play well on your throw, and then have 1 ropey leg on your throw and get broken, which is what happened, you lose the game. But Chizzy, he's looking very good. He can win ugly, he can also win like that as well.
What about Huybrechts? So close to getting a 9 darter. I say so close, the last dart wasn't particularly close. Yeah,
you've got to feel for him, because he looked to be getting back into the game by then, and then it all went wrong for him, and that didn't put him off because he played well after that. But it was the fact that when you hit the 60, you're thinking, right, then you hit the 57, you're thinking, now I've got a chance. He didn't even rush the last dart. It was just poorly thrown, and he panicked. And that is from someone that he's hit one on TV before in a Grand Slam against Michael Van Gerwen. So the adrenaline and the nerves of it all, it got to him, which was a shame.
Up next, Gary Anderson against James Wade. Should be something pretty special, shouldn't it?
Well, we're seeing a James Wade that's enjoying the game again, and we're seeing Gary Anderson play like we know he can. Last week was kind of a blip for Gary, in my opinion. With him missing doubles, 15%, he's not like him for the last year or so. If he gets back to normal, he will outscore James. But what James will do, I guarantee it, at one point, will take out last dart tops or last dart 32 or double 10, just to let Gary know that he's still in there. It will be a tough game for both. I think this game is all about Gary Anderson hitting probably a 40% at the doubles. If he does, I think he wins it, because he will outscore James Wade.
The flying